And good afternoon, good morning. It is Monday, the 26th of, watch, it's already the 26th of February. Where is the month gone? And they're going by fast. That's why our theme for 2018 is it is all about results. We got to get better results. How do we get better results? Watching Mike Ferry TV, application of these ideas. We have a great Keller Williams client in Washington, D.C., and it's a hard name for me to pronounce. I'll do the best I can. Chaudry is his first name. And it's interesting because he sent me a great email, which I want to share with you. In the email he sent me, he said, each time I attend another one of the retreats, I find little gold nuggets, which I did not pick up before. Although you constantly and consistently share the same message, I always find myself saying to myself, why didn't I hear it? Why didn't I notice that before? This shows the importance of continuing your education, is what he went on to say. And then he gave me the 10 thoughts that he took out of the production retreat in January, because it's been now just a month since that retreat took place. And we've shared with you the last couple of weeks a couple of these kind of thoughts. Next week, we're going to get back to the strict importance of learning the Mike Ferry sales system. But Chaudry's response was so strong, I wanted to share it with you. Here's the 10 takeaways that he shared with me. Number one, I must compete against my business plan. I'm not competing against other agents. Comparing myself to others is a no-win situation and a waste of time. I get asked all the time, how do you deal, Mike, with all these great competitive coaching companies, training companies in the marketplace? I don't deal with them. I don't deal with them because that's not what I have to worry about. My concern is the business plan I have, the goals that we've set as a company, and attaining them. Chaudry picked up that same thought. Number two, review my business transaction goal. My business transaction goal 3 times a day. Embed this number deep into my mind so I can naturally attract myself to it. Do you have a transaction goal for the week, for the month, for the quarter, for the year? How many deals do you have to do each week, each month to make that happen? He said, I'm going to review that transaction goal 3 times a day, whether it be 4 deals a month or 10 or 2, so it's deeply embedded in your subconscious mind. Number 3, this is great. Upgrade my enthusiasm and my energy. Isn't that interesting? Upgrade. He said, I want to get wrinkles from smiling too much at my listing presentation. We talked about that briefly last week. Folks, do you realize, of course, that a person with great skills and low enthusiasm and energy can get a listing 50% of the time? A person with great enthusiasm and energy and mediocre skills can get a listing 75% of the time. The tipping point for getting a lot of listings is the energy and enthusiasm you bring to the presentation. Number 4, schedule more practice time for my scripts and dialogues every day. If I want to get better, I have to think about how I'm going to get better. And I get better by thinking about the practice that is required to become better. We introduced practice to real estate 30 years ago, and when I first introduced it, people went, what are you talking about? We're real estate people. We're not a football team. You know, we're not musicians. We don't have to practice, which is why productivity is so low. The productivity in North America is still pathetic on a per-person basis because nobody knows what to say, and if they don't know what to say, they don't know what to do. If you know what to say, you know what to do. Practice. Number 5, simplify everything. Simplify my schedule. Simplify what I say. Simplify the process. Because we have a tendency to make things complicated. Now, why would you make anything complicated? Because we're trying to justify the commissions we earn at the end of the transaction. The commissions that most real estate people make are so out of proportion to the level of service or quality of service they offer that people are really, in most cases, caught way off guard by this simple thought. Number 6, focus on transactions. Don't focus on sales volume. Listen to what he said. Volume has the ability to lead us to complacency. Transactions keep us hungry for the goals and stabilize our business. I have said for years, companies give awards for the highest sales volume, the most commissions earned. Give an award for the most transactions, because that's the person that really is out on the street doing deals on a regular basis. Number 7, play the question game often. The question game, when somebody asks me a question, answer the question. Then ask them a similar question in return. This is how I learned to control conversations. Does the refrigerator go out the house, Mike? Would you buy the house if it did? That's what's being taught in real estate. Versus, does the refrigerator go out the house, Mike? I'm not sure. Would you like me to include it in the contract for you? Well, yes, we would. Let's write it up. The question game is a control issue that we have to learn, and it's the way we learn what our prospects and customers are thinking about. Then we go to number 8. Stop spending time and hanging around agents that do less than I do. That's simply for ego satisfaction and can pull me backwards almost every single time. You know what I'm going to say next is hurtful, and it's also unfortunate. The majority of all real estate people don't do anything. There can be an office with 50, 100, 150 people, and 10 or 12 of them actually list and sell homes every month. Well, if you hang around with people that don't do anything, the influence of not doing anything is going to take over your life and your business. And number 9, upgrade my pre-qualification process. Be stronger in pre-qualifying. I tell you, Chaudry made a great point right there. Because it doesn't matter what we say, if we don't ask the questions, the response we're going to get when we're making a presentation is not going to be the response we get. So I want to say thank you for that great list. Thank you for those comments. I'm getting so much good feedback the last few weeks on these little lists that I'm preparing and presenting. Keep the good feedback coming. Keep watching Mike Ferry TV. If you are thinking about attending a seminar, go online. Get involved. Take the next step. Go to the next level. See you next week. Thank you.